bacon at home today. No smoker because we don't have one, but there's actually a very simple way that you can smoke stuff without having or owning a smoker. And you don't even need wood chips because I'm currently back in Taiwan right now. If you don't already know that, where we are in Taiwan, it's kind of hard to find wood chips. So instead of using wood chips, we're actually going to use brown sugar and black tea. I know it sounds really weird, but it actually works. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to make homemade bacon smoked with brown sugar and black tea without a smoker. Let's get to it. Me and my mom are at the butcher shop to get some super fresh pork belly. When I say fresh, I literally mean it. The pigs here were slaughtered the morning of, then immediately transported to the butcher shop. This pork belly we got is about 9 pounds. It's skin on and super big. Since it's so big and thick, we're gonna trim it down a little. You can see how pink and soft it is. It's like jello. Just gonna trim off the edges to make it look nice, and we're also gonna cut it down to a smaller piece. Now for the most important part, the cure. Not the band. We're doing a dry cure today, so inside this pot we have some salt, brown sugar, pink curing salt, and some spices. Pink curing salt is used to preserve the pink color of the meat and to prevent bacterial growth. If you don't know what pink curing salt is, it's this thing. It's also known as prog number 1. It contains nitrite. Alright, now back to the cure. My mom loves to freestyle and not weigh anything, so the amount of cure we're using here is not the most accurate for the pork belly we have, which is about 9.5 pounds, but I'll give you the ratio you should be using if you ever want to cure your own bacon. Besides the salt and sugar and prog number 1, we also added some coriander seeds and dill seeds. We ground them up in a spice grinder and we're toasting them in a pot to draw out the flavor. It also adds a nice toasty note. And by the way, we're keeping it very simple today, but you can use any spice or flavoring you want. It's all about what you like, so experiment it and go crazy. Did I just say crazy instead of crazy? And moving on, place the pork belly in a large bag, then optionally pour in about 1 tablespoon of high-proof alcohol such as vodka, bourbon is nice too. Flip and repeat. The alcohol is also there to help prevent bacteria growth like the pink curing salt. Add in all the dry cure mixture and give the whole thing a nice rub. Massage the pork belly thoroughly while making sure it's well coated evenly with the cure. Give it a good slap.
Yeah, that's a good girl.
Cure the pork belly on the top rack inside the fridge and just let it do its thing. Be sure to flip it halfway through and we'll check back in a week. Rinse off all the cure mixture a week later and pat it dry with a paper towel. Then put it on the wire rack with a tray underneath and throw it back in the fridge for it to dry up for another 4 days. So I mentioned you don't need to have a smoker to smoke meat. We're improvising with the biggest pan we have, which is this guy. Cover the inside with some foil, put it on a stove and dump in about 3 tablespoons of black tea leaves and the same amount of brown sugar plus 2 tablespoons of regular sugar. The cured pork belly goes inside the pan and make sure there's a rack underneath so the belly is not touching the pan directly. Turn on the heat and when you see white smoke start to come out, turn off the heat, then cover it with a lid and let it smoke for 30 minutes. Repeat this step for 4 times and make sure to flip it every 30 minutes for it to smoke evenly. So the lid we have here is not big enough to cover the whole pork belly, so we're just gonna put a layer of damp newspaper on top. You basically want to make sure that the smoke is trapped inside. Halfway through smoking, we realized that there weren't enough brown sugar and black tea because the pork belly wasn't getting enough color. So we added some more, and to be honest, it smells really, really, really good. Okay, I know this looks very ghetto with the wet newspaper, but it works, okay? You see all that white smoke coming out? That's exactly what you want. Wow, look at that tan. It's like it went to the beach or something. After it's done smoking, remove it and let it cool in room temperature. There's a very strong black tea and brown sugar aroma. It's sweet and smoky. I can't wait to slice it up and taste it. Now, the moment of truth. Let's see how it looks inside. Oh my lord, it's so gorgeous. This is the time to stop whatever you're doing and just admire this beautiful hunk of meat. I gotta say, making your own bacon is definitely time consuming and labor intensive. But the pros are that you get to control the flavor and you can cut it however you want. It's all about having your own control, and also it's just a super fun process. So if you've never made your own bacon, give it a try. Cause I mean, come on, who can resist a good slice of bacon?